Hey guys, how are you? Sorry, it's been, I guess it's been a bit longer than normal between episodes, but life and stuff and things, and also I've been, should we say, convinced by a certain YouTube friend of mine to try out Feed the Beast, which is something I have been aggressively indifferent to. Not sure if I'll do any videos on it, to be honest. Really not sure it makes good LPing, but maybe I'll do a few short videos just kind of showing you what I've been doing and maybe try and explain some of my thoughts on the mod, which are still at best ambivalent. However, that's not what we're here to do today, and I think Fraps is lagging my game just a second. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it does that sometimes. I think sometimes it makes files that aren't great. Anyway, I'm not sure how successful this recording will be because we've had 3 power cuts this evening because it's Scotland and it's winter and I assume there is a ton of snow somewhere. However, let's start off with this. Yeah, so this is what happens when you design entirely in survival. If I'd been designing in creative, it would have been no problem just to knock this thing together and spawn some sheep in and see if they actually wanted to go up. Apparently they don't, so yeah. Oh well, we'll just have to redesign it. It's kind of refreshing actually not to know in advance. So I did the wiring all the way up, which is fan-dabby-dozy. It was a bit of a pain because it turned out not to be quite as simple as I thought. So what we've got here is, I think I did the bottom a bit differently actually. No? Okay, right. So on one level, so this circuit here is for closing the trapdoors or opening the trapdoors, and the reload piston. It's the reload system, so it's the trapdoors and the back piston doors, so that the sheep will go up and onto a pad. So on levels where the trapdoors are, let's see, let me drop down here. So on levels where the trapdoor is level with the level with the blocks of the next pad, the pistons have to be level with the top. As you can see, it's open at the moment, so if we can, let's waste some pearls and fail. So if we look around here, you can see there's water in there. That's from the water elevator because you have to power this. So this circuit will have to be permanently powered, well, powered until we want to select that level, at which point we unpower it. So if we do that, the piston doors close, trapdoors open. So that's that one, and on the other levels, the other half of the system, where the pistons, there's no glass on this one, the pistons are down here and the trapdoors are actually level with the top airspace of the pad. Hopefully that makes sense. That's how we need to wire it for these. So I just did that inside wiring, which took a long time to do. Very thankful for feather falling boots during that, because I must have fallen off this thing a dozen times. So yeah, you've got this alternating pattern. However, this is all on the premise of having these doors in line. So yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink that completely because we're not having this now. So at best we've got to wire it so the doors are sort of one door there, one door there. Not even sure that will work, to be honest, because we can't really have a door open in this block here because it will stop the sheep getting in. So I'm gonna have to see if blocking them, I'm not sure, I don't think a sheep will get through this gap here because it's less than one block wide because of the trapdoor's hitbox. So maybe we just need to be manipulating one trapdoor, which will solve, it will certainly make wiring it easier. Brilliant. If we're only manipulating one trapdoor, I don't know, maybe we only need one piston door as well. Anyway, that's... just a minute. Right. Excellent. So that is all contingent on having a working sheepavator. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a play with that design first of all. I even have an axe. This is actually the axe, the first and only diamond axe I ever made. Still got it. But yes, let's see. Oh, and yes, slip, I went mining. I do have some more diamonds, I just haven't enchanted them yet. I've got my iron silk touch and my diamond destroyer still. Got 2 of each of those so that I can repair them. Right, let's have a think. How are we going to do this? Come on. So I'm figuring that what we're going to have to do, what we are going to have to do is stagger them. So trapdoor there, and then oh, and I've not got any glass. Brilliant. Okay, so this is going to be moderately irritating. Have I got to go all the way back down for that? I didn't bring any with me, did I? Naturally. So we'll see how quickly I get bored of doing this on camera. So that next one is there. Ha! And that is there. And oh, and yeah, that's the best way. Come on, move. Let's see. Bucket? No. Okay. Well, it's enough to demonstrate whether or not this works. So, what we can do now is hopefully if we can get Mr. Sheepy out of the way. Okay, well, for now, let's do the ones above that. Right, and because there's a trapdoor below them, it should let me... Come on. Don't want to break the glass. Now, is that turned into water? Yes! Excellent. That's what we want. Right, so... we can now break all of these. Okay, and figure out what we're going to do with this. Gentlemen. Come on. Can we push him enough? Yes. Right. So see, it may be it may be that we need to have something more substantial than trapdoors. Come on. Go on, down you get. So maybe that we need to have something more substantial than trapdoors. You let me? There we go. Right, so now... Oh! Silk touch. Thank you. So, are you making your way up? Oh, yes. Well, I would have liked you all to see that, but... There you go. Okay, so that works. He makes his way up. Not even sure we need to manipulate these trapdoors. Maybe we just need to be thinking about opening and closing the piston doors. So that's the way the water elevator is going to have to work. Okay, that's good. Let us do something else. Right, so we started with a broken thing, which we've now fixed. And let's continue with another thing that's broken. Well, it's not broken, but ender pearl elevators. So, not as reliable as I initially hoped. They seem to be quite buggy, and I'm sure they used to be more reliable than this. However, basically, sometimes, and you've seen it before in previous episodes, sometimes you fall through the blocks as they get pushed into place. So, you know what, let's go make it day. Maybe we can get a demonstration, although I hope not. And that's very annoying because you end up falling all the way down to the bottom of the shaft, although I've gotten quite skilled at getting another pearl off in order to try to get a free retry before I get all the way down. So before I lay me down to sleep, I pray for the rain to stop. Okay, right. Where am I going? So I'm going to play with some designs now to see if we can make a more reliable end pearl elevator. So let's go down here because we've got some open space. And get some dirt. So let's have a look at this. So at the moment we have this space here, and we've got pistons pushing us, pistons pushing blocks below us. So an obvious solution would be to raise the impact surface an extra block, which is the tripwire. The only problem with that is we then wouldn't be triggering it when we're stood here, so the pistons would just close, wouldn't close. To catch us, plus if we stood here and the tripwire was one block up, we threw a pearl, it would hit that tripwire, so that's a bit of a non-starter. So I'm thinking what we actually need to do, that was not intended, what we actually need to do is maybe go with a slightly old school style of ender pearl elevator. Let's see. Yeah, I think this will work. Now, I dislike staggered ender pearl elevators, but that's really only because I don't want to have to walk around in order to use it. I just want to look up and hold fire, as it were, and shoot the pearls up. So what if we pushed ourselves out of the way, and then we could align our next shaft, as it were, straight up above that area. So what we'll do is, just for the moment, like that, and run some redstone across the top. That'll be the fastest reaction that we can get out of it. Like that. Let's try that. Nope. Okay. Okay, let's try. Oh, in fact, actually, what we'll do is we will lower this. We'll lower that surface down one block. See what that does to the state of affairs. Okay, so that works. need more pearls. Now that seems pretty reliable. Now one thing that also happens is the ender pearl veers off course, and I thought by doing a too wide and sort of orientating myself along this axis, so I'll get down here, I'm looking this way, because it seems to drift more like in the way you're looking than it does from side to side, that would sort it. But sometimes I hit the sides, and that causes problems. So what could we do about that? And the thing that jumps into my head, could we do a double piston extender? Would a double piston extender be fast enough? That's the question. So we would need, let's see, pistons like that, pistons like that, and then I don't build double piston extenders very often, so I might need to have a play around, but let's just see what happens if we power that whole thing. Oh well, that does the trick, doesn't it? Obviously we'll need obviously we'll need to be able to retract it, but can I get that? Yeah. So actually, so we would have something like that. And a bit more string. And some more redstone, which I don't have usefully. Oh, have I really not? Oh, and thanks to a combination of people, among them Armitage and Slipgator, that sounded weird, didn't it? Slipgator, and one of his subscribers, Try Harder 224 maybe, who gave us this tip about naming your items and it fixing the repair cost. Oh, was the reason I came up here as well instead of elsewhere. Let's get some more pearls. And it setting the repair cost in stone. That was really useful knowledge, because one thing's about the repair, well, more about the combination system. Oh, pro skills. One thing about the combination system is you end up using loads of diamonds in order to try and get like this mystical super pick that may or may not be possible to get. So can I get through here without setting the... Good. Which may or may not exist. You know, you keep trying to get these efficiency 5 picks and you end up wasting diamonds. That's where most of my diamonds go, is trying to get awesome picks. Right, let's hit this one because that's going to give the pistons... Actually, no. We'll hit this one because although the pistons will hit us first, it's going to push us across a longer space, so we've got more time to fall down. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to cut away and I'm going to figure out how to do the retraction on this because actually shouldn't be that difficult. All we need is to all we need hey guys, all we need is to bring our redstone signal, let's see, bring that along there and cut it so it doesn't form a clock, and then here, and put a repeater in. Is that enough? Nope. Is that going to work even? Yeah, because they're being worked on a bud switch. So, right, I'll be back with you. Aha! Right, I figured it. Well, kind of. Still need to figure out how I'm gonna dress this up, but because the second piston extension is happening through a bud switch, because it's only powered through the quasi-connectivity bug, it's not, no matter how much I delay this second signal, these front pistons don't realise they're on-powered until they get an update, and so it's the sticky pistons retracting that updates it, so they're still extended, so they don't get retracted. If we simply put some redstone down here, that happens. So if we jump down here, that happens. Which is pretty groovy. Nowhere near as compact as I would have liked, but now, does a redstone lamp break? Whoa! Yes, thank you. Can we have that connected? Right, no, apparently a redstone lamp is enough of a solid block to... I don't know why it only broke on the first one, though. Oh, that's very strange. Right, so we need some other way of providing a block update. Let's see. Well, we could always just hide this with stairs, couldn't we? But then we can't put the redstone there. We can't do it there because it won't power the... When you power a redstone lamp with with redstone, it doesn't power it like it's a block. So let's see. What about... Oh, of course. We can have a roof on it, like this, and put redstone above that. It should provide a block update. Or not. Doesn't redstone provide updates from 2 blocks away? Can't use a torch because that'll power the pistons. Why have I got lapis? Let me have a think. There we go. We can provide the redstone update from 2 blocks horizontally away. So that piece of redstone there is providing an update. How fine can we get this timing? That's pretty fine. Can we do that? No. That's okay. I'm okay with that. And it seems pretty reliable. And I think what I'll do is, in fact, we'll still only stagger the we'll stagger this over by like 1 block, so maybe back and forth, I'm not sure. Right, okay, I'm gonna go and build one of these units in situ, and I guess, is it going to be easier to start at the bottom or at the top? Right, I think what we'll do is we shall start at the top. Yeah. Okay, so I need to tear some of this out and come back to you. Okay, so I'm working on this. I'm having to be a bit creative with the wiring to have any hope of fitting such a larger scale device in here, and that's slightly strange. Before, when I powered these 4 blocks, it would double extend. And it does that on one side, but not on the other. And I really can't tell why, unless it is one of these infamous redstone bugs. Okay, let's test this thing out. Okay. That's 1. But reliability is what we're going for. I want something that works all of the time. Okay, I'm going to do some more testing. Basically, I've burned through a few stacks of pearls. I will be back. Okay. This was a pain in the rear. I had to do quite a bit of jiggling with the wires, and basically it was doing really weird stuff. There were bits of redstone that did not seem to be possibly able to power the pistons, but without them, pistons wouldn't double extend. For some reason they weren't taking updates from the redstone here when it was back there, so I've had to extend it out, and I really don't like that. I've tried to make it as pretty as possible, make sure there are no cobble blocks, but I really don't like having this visible redstone, so real compromise. But it seems to be about as reliable as you could hope for an endavator. I've put several stacks through. Up here, because the stairs are obviously longer now, I've fenced this area off and opened this up, and I will bring the path from the library down here. I don't think it's necessary anymore to have these like this, because I don't see mobs up here ever. So you watch now. Be mobs galore. I don't see mobs up here, so there's no need to be afraid anymore and have fences to protect me. So yeah, I'll bring the path down here. This, yeah, well, it's working as best as it can, I think. Oh yeah, I ended up with some exposed redstone here, which I also didn't want to have, but so instead I settled this. I've not changed. This is the original, what was there. I've settled myself with prettying the tube up, and I think this looks pretty nice. Those will get moved. It's just they're full of pearls at the moment. I ain't got the inventory space to hold them, but I think this looks pretty nice. And it works reliably, so yeah, so very strange, some very buggy redstone today. So however, on the plus side, none of this mechanism here now relies on bud switches. So if they accidentally remove bud switches in the 1.5 update, this will not be broken, I hope. Anyway, I did want to get onto some other stuff, but I'm well out of time. It's very late. I want to get this rendering and uploading before we have another power cut, so that will be fun. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you all 200 of you who have subscribed. Yep, we reached 200 subscribers. I'm really happy, but most of all, I'm very happy because you guys are nice. You play nice in the comments. You could be a bit more vocal in the comments, but you do play nice in the comments when you post, and you generally, all of you are just, you're really very supportive. Got a lot of really nice comments recently, which makes me a happy chappy. So thank you very much. And until next time, take care of yourselves.